Hello, this is Lee Jinks with Jinks Realty. I'm here with your April 2018 market data report. This data comes from the Greater McAllen Association of Realtors MLS, which covers both Hidalgo and Starr counties. Let's jump into the first graph, which is our new listings. We're seeing between 500 to 600 new listings come on the market each month, and this month shows 500 new listings. Our active listings have been consistent, around 2,000 active listings each month. And this month, or April 2018, ends us with 2,080 listings. The next is the average list price. It's been somewhere about $250 to $260,000. And I want to point out, though, that the list price, or the average list price, is going to be very different from the average sold price. We'll see that in just a moment. The average list price per square foot has been about $105 to $110 per square foot, and the median days on RPR, what I refer to as the days on market, is hovered around 100 days. April ends out with 90 days on market on average. Oh, this is one of my favorite graphs. It's a very strong indicator of the market, and that is the months of inventory. And you'll see that the months of inventory have been around 8 to 10 months of inventory. We're ending April at 7.69 months of inventory. Now, the balance point, or the break-even point for months of inventory to say you have a balanced market is supposed to be 6 months of inventory. But in our area, historically, we've been between 12 and 15 months of inventory. And so therefore, when we get down to 7 or 8 months of inventory, we've got a very strong market. So that's a very good indicator for our area. This next one shows active listings, what we just saw at 2,000 active listings. Pending listings have been hovering around 600, and the solds have been around 200 to 300, or actually, yeah, some a little above 300 it looks like. But April is ending with 188 sales. We just saw that. Let's look at the next closed sale volume. Again, we just pretty much saw that as well. That's just going to be the dollar value on those. On the types of properties that we sell, this is a residential report. It's only going to show residential data, so that the single-family residence is what we typically sell around here. The condo and the townhouse is a very small percentage of the market, between what looks like 5 to 6%, somewhere in that vicinity. The average sales price, remember I showed you the average list price at about $260, $270. The average sales price is between $160 to $150 range. And the reason is that many people will put a house on the market just hoping that somebody might pay too much for it, I guess. They don't really intend to sell it, and therefore it's overpriced. Those properties that sell are priced right, and that's why pricing the property right is so important. Next is the average sales price per square foot, around $83 per square foot. And the average sales price versus the average list price, so that ratio between list price and sales price is 95 to 96%. So houses on average will sell at 95 to 96% of asking price. The last two graphs are dealing with distressed sales. You'll see here that the bright red is a year ago, and the dark red is this past 12 months. And you'll see that since July of 2017, the number of distressed sale listings have been diminishing. And then if you look at the next graph, which is the number of sales, the dark red is the non-distressed sales. That bright red is foreclosure. You also have short sale and pre-foreclosures, which is the pinks. You'll notice that over the last few months, that those numbers of sales on the distressed sales have diminished to a point where in April, only 1% of our sales were distressed sales. This is your April 2018 market data report from Jinks Realty. I thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again.